I, 24M, and my fiancé, 21F, just got engaged, but now she tells me a secret. My, 21F, fiancé and I, 24M, just got engaged. Shortly after our engagement, she told me about something she did while we were on a break. While on our break, she had a threesome with another couple that have been friends of ours for the entirety of our relationship. It's been almost a year since we were on that break. She said she had been drinking and that she didn't remember it until her friend told her it happened. Why did she wait until we were engaged to tell me? I'm so lost and I don't know what to feel. I don't want to be crazy here, but if she was under 21 and too drunk to remember she had a threesome, your friends may have raped your fiancé. One wonders why you two went on break. Way too many stories of someone arranging to be on break specifically so that what they get up to while on break doesn't count as cheating. I don't agree with the rather simplistic principle that what happens on break stays on break. That kind of thing absolutely can figure into the decisions about whether to end break or make it permanent. Things that would be deal breakers if disclosed in a timely fashion don't stop being deal breakers merely because decisions were made in a vacuum. Ain't no such thing as a break in a relationship, you weren't together. Do you take issue with the fact that she had the SOM, slept with other people, slept with people you know, or that she didn't tell you right when it happened? I think it's important to figure out which part of what happened actually bothers you. It sounds like she was raped? I'd be talking more about why you all are still friends with rapists. I would ask her if she's actually okay with what happened. And then I'd be talking about removing these people from your lives. And if she's not willing to do that, break up. Tell her you're sorry she got taken advantage of while drunk, but you cannot accept exes, even if it's a one-time deal, or other nasty people like these friends in your life with her. She may not view it as rape as many people blame themselves when they drink too much. It's clear the other people didn't drink too much as they told her what happened. So just say a clear boundary is not associating with people either or you have been intimate with. Yet another prime example of why you should never play toxic breakup makeup games. She owed you that info when you got back together. Hiding it and lying to you for a year, and until she got a ring feels calculated to me. The fact that it was with mutual friends makes it dramatically worse. 'Cause all three were lying to you. I'd be noping right TF out of all that. Huge red flag and deal breaker for me. I think she was coming clean with anything that might have come out later before you get married. You were not together during your break, so she didn't cheat. The cringe part is that you know that other couple. You can simply distance yourselves from them from now on. I do not believe she has other skeletons in the closet, but you can always ask her. How'd I, 30M, discuss finances with my partner, 28F, without hurting her? We've been together approximately 1.5 years. When it comes to finances, I earn nearly twice as much as her. I've kind of grown up traditionally, so I generally paid for everything: Hawaii trips, Disney trips, food, dates, gifts, etc. And she'd chip in a gift here and there. Throughout our relationship, I think I spent nearly $25K on our dating, primarily through vacations. She recently bought a house on her own, but she's house broke. The total monthly payment is about 80% of her take home. I don't live together with her. It's something she wanted to do for a while. Her parents co-signed and helped with 40% of the down payment. Since the mortgage, she's somewhat implying through conversations that I need to step up and pay for more things. More gifts for house-related things. Furniture, still pay for all her trips and help her out with groceries. I on the other hand thought I spent too much on the relationship and wanted to scale back a bit and save more. She thinks I'm being uncaring, unsupportive. I was still planning on paying for dates, take her on vacations just less often as before. It seems she's expecting the same frequency and help out with her house. I think receiving gifts is one of her love languages. How do I tell her that I still value her, see something long-term with her while simultaneously not spending as much? Her current asks are beauty-related gifts that will probably cost me around $200 per month to maintain on top of housing-related expenses. I can afford this, but I want to save, invest more. I think the issue is that she knows I can comfortably afford more and doesn't understand why I want to save, invest. Edit. Had a longer talk with her emphasizing the need to save, invest, and how that compounds into more in the future. She understands the need to scale back and will try to handle her own expenses. Instead of frequent small gifts, we've decided that larger gifts less frequently, less #total trips work best and saves more money. We decided on 2 big trips for our 2-year anniversary and her upcoming birthday. She emphasized she's under stress and many new unplanned for expenses are coming up, medical, car, etc. I told her that I'd support her basic needs to be healthy, happy, but can't support anything unnecessary outside of date nights, spontaneous gifts. I don't want her mental and physical health to suffer under financial stress. I've helped her work through things she could sell on online marketplaces, offered to furnish some basic necessities for her house, given I'll likely be hanging out there with her. We also looked through some on-call gig work to help with her expenses. A mortgage that is 80% of her take-home pay is not sustainable. You are not hurting her by being honest. If she is living beyond her means, then she needs to get a better job. I think you just have to be calmly upfront with her. That isn't your home. You aren't responsible for supporting her. Tell her what your limits are. I have no advice because I don't pay to have my relationship. It baffles me how being traditional is basically men paying for access to the woman and the women expecting it. Something ain't right there. Why do you think it will hurt her to say that you don't see it as your responsibility to buy her $200 a month in beauty-related products, services? Are you already doing that? Why are you paying for her groceries? Why are you buying furniture for a house you don't live in? Babe, as you know, I've been working on my budget and I am redoing it to allocate more to savings and less on day-to-day spending. Get ready to get broken up with, though, or better yet, break up with her. She sounds like she believes she's entitled to your income. And, to be clear, she didn't buy a house on her own, if her parents co-signed and helped with 40% of the down payment. Normally when you buy a house, you scale back on vacations for several years. If she expects you to buy furniture and other house items, a total overreach request by the way, she should expect a curtailing of trips to compensate. Honestly, anyone dumb enough to commit to spending 80% of their income on their house may not be the best equipped to have financial discussions with. I wouldn't worry about hurting her feelings. She is trying to guilt you into financing her lifestyle. Doesn't that hurt your feelings? Am I, 22M, being too frugal, or is my girlfriend, 23F, expecting too much? We have been together with my girlfriend for 1.5 years and we have been living together for around a year. For context, my parents own the apartment we live in and she chose to move in from her dad's apartment because she believed this one was much better to live in. She is not paying anything towards the bills because my income is significantly bigger, around 3x. We have been having a lot of arguments because she expects me to pay for non-essential renovations, i.e. repainting the walls to be more pretty, changing out the furniture because it's black, renovating the kitchen to be more pretty. I have a strong feeling that at this age, we are just finished university. It is quite irrational to have the perfect house already, especially because we plan to move to a new country in 2 years. I would be able to pay for these things, would cost about my monthly salary, but I am trying to invest money for the long-term future instead of spending a lot on luxuries. Am I being too frugal, or is she expecting too much, or is it something else? She's moved into your parents' apartment she doesn't pay for, and is demanding renovations that she also isn't going to pay for? You know the answer. She's expecting too much. Me, female here. She thinks you got money and can provide her wishes and desires. You're a baby, not to be condescending. You don't know her marriage material just yet. Once you're married, sure, if you got the funds for it. But this screams sugar scavenger. She can at least put in half the fund for renovations if she really wants them, but if she expects you to pay for it all, naturally, no second thought. Huge blaring gold digger red fudging flag. This is your warning. Ignore it and any loss coming to you is at your will. She expects too much and needs to start contributing to the bills. Even if you earn more you could still split it so she pays a 1/3 of the bills and you pay the majority. It might also be an idea to have a joint bank account for the household that you both put money into. Even if she can only manage $50 a month, it's still contributing to costs for stuff like paint etc. Though wanting to change perfectly good furniture just because it doesn't match is silly. That's not essential and can wait until you actually need new furniture. She can't expect to live together and pay nothing towards your home costs. She can still contribute within her means. Last year I bought a house with my partner and we went 50-50 on nearly everything. He bought a very nice bookcase on his own because he saw it as a forever piece and I thought it was too expensive. We furnished the first house we bought together, none of our individual places before then. Freshening the place up with paint, curtains, a rug or two is reasonable and doesn't cost that much and gives it a sense of being your home as a couple. All the more reason for her to be able to contribute with finances and actual effort. Doing it together would be good for you both. That would be a good compromise. As for buying furniture and other big items, only if it suits you. Don't do it under pressure. How you handle this and how she reacts might tell you a lot. If the place is run down, I can understand her wanting to redecorate. If she's more interested in decorating than you are, then she can do it out of her own pocket. Normally, I wouldn't say this, but you're paying for everything, so her helping with renovating would be fine. You're right that there's no point in spending too much if you're planning on moving. If your place does look a bit rough, then I understand why she wants it redecorating, but that doesn't mean you have to go all in. You can just do some small things like repaint, upcycle the things you have, etc. But she can help with this. Mike, 31F, boyfriend, 34M, rated me a 6/10. Mike, 31F, boyfriend, 34M, rated me a 6/10 in attractiveness to him unprovoked. He clarified that this was his subjective opinion. We have had heated arguments about it because I believe that if you feel the need rank your girlfriend out for 10 when talking about women you have dated in the past unprovoked, something is wrong. My boyfriend is also not a model, but he is a 10 to me. We have been together 1.5 years. I had hoped we would both be happy and both be sufficiently attracted to each other that would warrant a higher ranking than that. After further discussion, he then said that it was on a bell curve, which honestly just made me angrier. He says that I am overreacting and that this is all ego and that there will always be women more attractive than me and I am looking for problems. Those who have had successful marriages and relationships, what is your take? You shouldn't be dealing with that in your 30s. That's high school BS. Just dump him. Honestly, this is an absolute asshole move. Who even says this? What was his objective other than to put you in your place? How could he not understand this would be insulting and offensive? He, unprovoked, ranked you, then said you had an ego about it? Reddest of red flags. Why the fuck is a 34-year-old man rating women like livestock? Dump this asshole immediately. You are looking for problems because he unprovoked rated your looks? Seems like he is the one that is looking for problems. I think instead of comparing what you would do instead, you need to really looking into how he is speaking to you and why he felt this was an important thing to do. Does he often objectify women? Does he watch a lot of PRN? Seems like he has low-quality characteristics and should be something you are monitoring. Dump and move on. Surely this is not the only red flag? How could it be, on a bell curve? He's only grading you. Did he specify some subset group of women he's drawing his data distribution from? Who and what is his average point? In any case, if a 34-year-old partner suddenly decided to tell me I was a 6/10, I would wonder why they were being mean. Objective beauty standards aren't the point anymore when you're in love. My wife and I don't sit around saying, if Daniel Craig is an 8.5, you'd be a 2.7.